coming to check out my channel. Let me get on this MF and set up my audio. I have learned that when you're on YouTube and you go live, you have to check your audio. What's good? I just want to say what's good to everybody coming over to check out the channel. You great people out there. Like, subscribe, show love. What's good? Yo, it's been some crazy stuff in the hip hop window, and I just really seen how Mike Epps is being dragged by the people about what he's been saying about Max B. Now, does anybody want to know, or have anybody heard, Max B was in jail, and now he is free. Let me see, Max B, and they dragging out what's the name right now for dissing Max B, talking some shit. We're gonna try to play it and all that. If you'll let me get my shit right, Max. Damn, can't cut the. There we go. Anyway, and Mike Epps. Let me just make sure I put that up there. So what's up with y'all anyway? Mike Epps, and then put that on the Yusef Two Times Too Real. That's what you call it. To put that back in that podcast. So welcome to Two Times Too Real. That's my podcast that I do on this channel. So Mike Epps has been tweaked out on going crazy on other hip hop youngsters and shit like that. He was basically saying that black people shouldn't was not watching on this channel. He's basically said black people should not be celebrating other black men that came home from prison. As you all been seeing, Max B just came home from jail. And then so now basically you got people like Mike Epps that don't believe that that should be celebrated. And I wanted to kind of talk about that because in a lot of ways, it hits home because I have family members that went to prison and I didn't see it the way Max B sees it. I was young, so I look at it like if your family go through something, you support them. And this is just that. I mean, it's really no other gist. There's no other really rhyme about it. It's like if your family going through something, you support them. You don't throw rocks at them. You don't get mad at them and shit like that and treat them like shit because they're your family. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I understand that other people don't think like that. That other people might think like, hey, he made the mistake. He go to jail. I get it. I'm not against none of that. I understand the psychology of other people. But for me, it's like if your family go through some shit, you do what the fuck you can to support them. So even if they did something that's against your understanding or what you expect or want from them, but you still try to support them because people ain't you. So you might be religious. You might be a person with some composure. You might be a person with a little bit more smarts and some shit can't get you caught up. But peer pressure might fuck with your family member. Aggression might fuck with your family member. People who like them and then they just fall for the likability of somebody else liking them. That might fuck up with your family member, and your family member could fall susceptible to the streets and get themselves caught up. So when they go out in jail, do you not support them because they didn't listen to you? Do you not support them because they didn't follow what you said because you went to church more or you went to school more? Should you not support that family member because of their decisions and their choices? And I say, no, you still support your people. You still fuck with them. So, and in my latter years, my family members who went down, we're not even cool like that. They've been home now for years. We don't talk. We don't hang out. We don't see eye to eye on shit. But now they free. So, but at that time that they was down, I didn't judge that. Ola, what's up, Shay? I made sure I supported them. I made sure I was down. I made sure I showed love, and I didn't give a damn about if we was gonna be friends in the future, if they was gonna like me, if we was gonna be cool. I didn't care shit about that. If you family with me, that I'm gonna rock with you. I'm just that kind of guy. So that's who I was. You know what I'm saying? So now when you think about Mike Epps and them, been a lot more judgmental. And I understand his point. Mike Epps is basically saying, don't basically be happy for people who've been locked up like that because they made the mistake. But see, and it's deep conversations because in the other cultures that's more dominant, they don't likely throw their people away. They don't throw their people away. They don't say, oh, you're a molester. You can't be around us. Oh, you're a Democrat. You can't be around us. Oh, you a person that don't work at the kind of job I got. You can't be around us. They support the people no matter what. You could come around, be Democrat. You can come around, be a criminal. You can come around, be gay. You can come around, be whatever the hell you want to be. And they show love. So that's why I differentiate from what Mike Epps was saying. You're supposed to support your people because that's your people. It ain't got nothing to do with what they do or how they are or whatever that shit. And that's just too high judgmental. And it's almost like it's like a holier than thou mindset. Like, oh, I'm not like that, so I can't have you around me or what I do. And it's like, what? You gonna be around all kind of motherfucking people who don't do shit you do. You know what I'm saying? And to try to judge your own people because actually your own people because they got their own mind, because they got their own choices that they choose, it's not what you would do. To me, that's a weak ass individual. Everybody on this motherfucking planet is free. Everybody on this planet is doing what the fuck they want to do. If one person want to be a criminal, that's their fucking business. If you want to go be an executive in an office, that's your business. If you want to be a night security guard, that's your business. You want to be an entrepreneur, starting businesses, that's your business. It's nothing to do with the next person or lady trying to envelop you with what they would do. Do you. That's your fucking life. If I got locked up or went down, I would expect my family to show me love. I wouldn't expect my family every time they talk to me, yeah, you got yourself in this scenario. Yeah, this wouldn't have happened if you just would have came to church. I'd be like, I'm not talking to that dumb motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They want me to live their life. I'm not living your fucking life. I'm living my goddamn life. Even if it crash and burn, even if it go down, even if it don't work out, this is still my heartbeat, my experience on this earth. We don't tick the same. We don't think the same. What you chew don't make me shit. It's your life, what you doing. So if my family member went down and did a crime or got caught up, I'm still gonna support them. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, no, man, you dumb, nigga. I told you back when we were shorties. I said, make sure you wash your hands and then you put 15 seconds of washing your hands. Like, who the fuck is doing all that? But people are doing that. They're super goofies. It's super goofies in the world, and they believe that following a religion or following their practices or following their objectives, that's supposed to get you closer to heaven or get you closer to white people or whatever their fucking mindset is. So I disagree with Mike Epps when it comes to that. I'm gonna let him explain. I was trying to see the exact interview. Let me see if I can see the exact interview with Jim Jones where he actually says it, because I'm not watching the long ass videos. Where's the video? Okay, here. This must be it. No, this ain't it either. It's like the biggest video, and you can't even see it. Here it is. They got it as number two.
Those are the wrong journeys to celebrate, young men. There's no reward for coming home after 30 years. You don't get no fucking care package. You're a failure. Those are the wrong journeys to celebrate, young men. There's no reward for coming home after 30 years. You don't get no fucking care package. You're a failure. Get your ass out here and help these kids. Pay that back forward. You see what I'm saying? That's the reward. I got niggas all the time come straight home. If I don't do what they want me to do for them, I'm a sellout. I'm a suck ass. Right. I done did the whole bit with them. I done been to Walmart 100 times, J paying and meeting guards, doing all kind of shit I ain't supposed to be doing, fucking with you. But
as soon as you say no one time,
they forgot about the other 99 times you said yes. Those are the wrong.
So what his latter part of that statement is accurate. You know, you help somebody and they not really logically understanding or respecting the help that you gave them. It's more like, let me pull back my help. Let me not that. But see, really, this is coming from peer pressure. That's the situation you deal with. Anybody breathing is gonna deal with that. It's peer pressure. That's like my buddy not liking me. A girl is gonna act like that. A fucking job is gonna act like that. You come and you different. You win a lottery. You pop back up to your job. You're not gonna be the same person. You hit the casino and they hit you with 20,000. You're not the same guy when you walk back in that job. So if you financially stable, people gonna look at you. They say heavy is the head that wears the crown. So people are just gonna ask you crazy things, and it's gonna be shit that you might have to pipe down on them and tell them hell no, and you have to deal with that. That's a part of the game. I'm not gonna judge that part because I don't know his friends and I don't know how they communicate with him. You know, he could have been one of them people who, no matter when I make it, I got y'all back. You wouldn't know. You know, that's his personal life with his friends. But as far as throwing people under the bus because of they situation they found themselves in, and it's just not your journey, I don't think that's cool. Because even if in our culture as black people, nobody can deny this. A lot of times black people are being arrested and locked up for shit they didn't do. What up, EJ? What up, Huralanchi? Yo, People are getting popped off and locked up for shit they didn't do. People are getting going locked up in jail for stuff that's not necessarily criminal behavior. Whereas these other people might be called their criminal behavior white crimes or blue crimes or some other thing that makes it less emphasis on what's going on. And so now you got a situation where why would the person want to play? Why, hold up, no, that's not. I'm not trying to deal with this. But you know, as people who support somebody, it's like don't come out of a bag on them because they got you mixed up and just feel like I was supposed to be able to lean on you. You financially straight. Hey, give me some money for this. I want to start a business. Help me with my rent. Take care of me. Take care of me. That's gonna be your personal friends and relationships how they honor and act with each other. But when you talk about people who getting caught up with a crime and a criminal situation and then throw them under the bus because they not you or you didn't go through that or they didn't follow you or listen to you, I don't think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I know you cold be hell. I don't know what Murder Posse film saying, but what's up? And I like the name of the movie company too, bro. That's cold. But you need to put some movies on Tubi with Murder Posse. What's up with that, man? Put some my movie on Tubi right now. It's called Kill a Rapper. You should go check it out. It's free. Kill a Rapper. Those exact words. Kill a Rapper. Go to YouTube. Check it out, and then you can also check out some of our products that we actually it's not on this channel. My other channel is called Hood Films. This is my rap channel, but I got a film channel called Hood Films, and that's the brand. You know what I'm saying? So you can check that out. And it's the hat, in case you ain't know. Hood Films. Go check that out. It's all right here on YouTube. And this is Selfmadeology. My album is called Selfmadeology, so that's why I call it that. And this is my shirts. That's on sale for Selfmadeology shirts. You know what I'm saying? I got to cut the green screen off so y'all can see the shirts. But yeah, we got the shirts. We got all sizes. We got all colors. It's going down with the brand. You know, so you can see our shirts and stuff like that. This gray one, you know, they sitting in the plastic, so I got to maneuver them, if you will. But these are shirts. We got all kind of colors, man. I got so many colors, it's not even real. And I got one for the ladies. So this is my Hood Films joint. So we got the Hood Films joints. What else we got over here, man? We got a lot of joints over here, man. I got like a stack. I got so much, it's crazy. So here's my actual prints that we use to make them. You know what I'm saying? You put this on there. I actually made this shirt too, Hood. My shirt. My shirt. I love Chicago. Yeah, so with Mike Epps and them, man, you know, I just think that what he said wasn't too bad. I just think that he apologized for what he said too, in case y'all haven't heard the apology. He apologized because people tore him a whole new ass. They say, who the fuck is you? What you talking about? My friend been in jail. My mama
What's
been
up,
in jail.
Josh, man?
My daddy been in jail. Don't you ever disrespect people that been in jail to myself. Don't celebrate them. But, you know, like, for instance, my little kid graduated from college and he got like a really big bougie degree. But there was not no big party waiting on him, you know, from the family. Like, oh man, yo, my God, like we breaking our neck to come over there and like do this extra shit for you. His homies from the hood, his homies from the family, his homies from the school, they didn't come and be like, yo, you got your degree? You went to that bougie ass school? Oh fuck, nigga, come on. It's not like that when you coming from that. But I'm glad he didn't. But had he had got out of jail, maybe his homies would have been like, fuck that, nigga, you got to rap now, nigga. You home. Fuck that, man. Come on, man, let's do this. And so it would be a different reality. But that's just how it's made in our culture because I think that for 300-400 years of being kept by another culture and not just so much as kept down, but just being kept, like we're in a zoo, but we don't have to be in cages. So that it put us in a position where you're being locked up and accosted by the jurisprudence and the people that's in charge unprovoked or you know, like what can you do? Then when they put this shit on you, it's stigmatisms that stand forever. You got a misdemeanor record, you got a felonious record. This shit lasts forever. Like you be a 92-year-old person and they be like, he was arrested in 1981. You like, God damn, man, I'm fucking 88 years old. What are we still talking about that for? So these stigmatisms stick on black people. So you're a black person, you went to college, you got to get your degree so you can go get you a job from a white company, but then you got a felony. So what's going to last better, your degree or your felony? Well, technically as black people, it doesn't matter. It don't matter if you're educated or if you got a felony. You're going to get the exact same results because these companies are controlled by white people who are going to treat you a certain kind of way. So we could think in our brain, oh, I'm a nurse practitioner. That's just in our brains. In the corporate world of America, they don't give a fuck what your ass is. You're a nigga. So if you get the job, you're going to be the person picking up paper or putting shit on the shelves. And you sitting back like, but I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a rocket scientist. Why the fuck would I be? Oh, this the job. We all got to do it. We got to take turns in doing it. You be like, wait, nobody did that shit since I've been here. Well, now, since you the last one we hired, we're gonna let you doing it. You sitting back like this is. I went to school for 49 months. I went to this bitch. What the fuck are they talking about? I got to do this dumb shit. This is how we have to deal with it as black people. We already know that. But other people in other cultures are not privy to that. That's why they come here into America. And the first thing they saying is, I'm better than black people. I'm doing better than black people. Because they just came from a culture that is not like that. Most of their cultures are the same people in the country. It ain't even no other cultures in the country. They the dominant race in every country. We the minority of a race in the country. That's why they shoehorn the other cultures who come here and say, we all minorities. No, it's probably 35 million of us, and y'all done built up your numbers in the last 30 years, but we've been in this boy 400 years. That's a long time. So when somebody say, oh man, we ain't celebrating them because they've been in jail, we ain't finna party with them and show no love to them because they've been locked up. They've been held by the most chaotic, maniacal, sickest humans in the world. And they've been held in their belly of the beast of their jails. You're supposed to give them some kind of friendly welcome back because they was held against their will. And we can't hold white people against their will. We can't hold no culture against their will for any kind of crime they do against us. Hence the word being kept. So anybody can do anything to us, even castigate us like Mike Epps is doing for being in jail or being incarcerated. And most people who get in locked up, you in this motherfucker for so many decades, you forgot what they locked you up for. And then you find out with some little white girl at some university pop up with some kind of program that they got, and she'd be your lawyer for free, and then she get you out or get your shit overturned, but you done lost 14, 29 years of your life. So it's hard to say, we ain't celebrating them. Ain't nobody, you fucked up. You a loser. How? The culture and the environments you don't control. You have no control over it. You can't tell nobody shit. Can't tell the police nothing, the politicians nothing, nobody. Only thing you control is your breathing and putting on some clothes as a black person. Now, we try to utilize our own psychology and try to feel like that we're better than another black person. But with the dominant culture, it's comedy. Matter of fact, we rather have sexual access to them. I'd rather just marry a white girl. I know I can't be white. I know I can't have anything white people have, but if I marry one, maybe she go to events that I've never been to, or maybe she get in rooms that she will allow us to get to because we marry. If I'm black, I'm going to be in the black culture. And where we from in Chicago, it's extreme segregation. So it's not like where you from, where you might look outside your door and a white lady walk down the street, or you might look outside your door and a Mexican person drive down the street. It's not like that. It's literally only black people for fucking miles and miles and miles. And then you have to go to another section of the city and you would be in another culture's town or another culture's neighborhood. And it's just how they set this town up. So you're not seeing the other cultures, and when you do see them, it's going to be a trouble. For instance, they're going to be at the nail shop, and so if the nail shop lady, the Asian lady, don't like you, she call the police, boom, you locked up. Or they'll be at the gas station or selling some kind of hot dogs or burger shops in your neighborhood, and as soon as you get into an argument with them over money or whatever, now as the police coming, it's on you because they're going to protect them. So a lot of times the system is set up to not favor you, but we are in the setup mindset to think that it's our own fault. So to blame the black man for going to jail, not to say that crime don't happen, but again, when crime happens against you, who can you lock up? You don't have that kind of power. So it's really you just being kept. So let me let Mike Epps break down his apology. We're gonna get into his apology for what he said about what he said. This is his apology. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, man. I just want to get on here and clarify and clear a few things up. Number one, about the brothers coming home from prison being celebrated.
Yo, what's up? This bruh, man.
Forgotten Kings TV, y'all.
There's no reward for coming home after 30 years. You don't get.
This is the first part of what he said.
You're a failure. Get out here and help these kids. Pay that back forward. You see what I'm saying? That's the reward. I got
What's up, y'all? It's your man Mike Epps, man. I just want to get on here and clarify and clear a few things up. Number one, about the brothers coming home from prison being celebrated. I've always been a part of reform. I got brothers right now from my hometown that I'm trying to help come home. They've been in prison forever. I think you guys might have misunderstood what I was saying. I might have said it the wrong way, but what I was trying to say is we don't want to send kids mixed messages about coming home from prison, being celebrated, feeling like you got to go to prison and do 30, 40 years to be celebrated. I think you guys misunderstood that, misunderstood what I said. Wasn't saying that it was wrong to be celebrated, but we don't want to send a message to the kids saying prison is great, that you want to go home and go do 30 years and come home. I don't think that's cool. So I'm sorry if anybody took it the wrong way and got offended. I love my brothers. I've been incarcerated myself. I understand what that is, but I might have said it the wrong way, but I mean well. And I love you, brothers. Free my brothers that's coming home. My man Derek, free all the guys that's coming home, man. And about the food stamp thing. The food stamp thing was misunderstood too. What I was saying is that we need to break the cycle of being on food stamps. There's 3 generations of people that have been on food stamps. A grandmother, mother, and daughter, that's crazy. We gotta do better. We can't think that we need assistance. I know there's some people out there that need assistance. That's well, fine and understood. But there's people out there taking advantage of the system that's not good. So just want to apologize if I offended anybody. You know I love y'all, man. Keep on doing the right thing. Peace.
So you got it right there. You heard it directly, directly from him what he was complaining about. From black dudes coming home to social shit, which is public aid. And when you think about that, it's like I know he doesn't understand this, but you're just out of touch. You're a little bit too much more financially straight or available or under. You basically can be around white people with no problem. You can go in rooms they in, you can go in restaurants they in, you can be in neighborhoods they in. But the rest of the country and the rest of the world are not like that. They can't be where rich white people are. They can't go into the rooms. They can't pay for a dinner. They can't do that. So, and then in America, more white people are on public assistance than blacks. So, Fishy, what's popping? The real question is, why aren't you saying this to the white people? Like, why would you be saying this to black people when there's less of us in the country, when there's less of us even financially in a situation to take care of ourselves, full throttle? You've had a blessing where you've got talent and then they hire you. White people, corporations hire you, and then you go up there and then you get the things that they offer, which is access to future jobs. Black people who don't go to Hollywood, they're not going to do concerts. They don't have a stand-up. They just trying to fucking make it, and they be out of work, and they got to get their car fixed, and they got to pick their kid up from school, or they got to help their kid go to college, or they got to pay their rent, or the fucking taxes just went up. These are reality things, and if you're getting a check for 100K or 58,000, or one of your checks came in for $22,000, you could pay a lot of shit with that. But if your check came in and it wasn't $100 and you did a lot of work, but they said they couldn't pay you this time, so now you got to go 2 days and see if they're gonna pay you the 4th day or 3rd day. This is reality for folks. Standing outside trying to find money, trying to find work. So sometimes people just be not really understanding the world. You're telling people to not use public assistance, and mostly the people on for public assistance, white people, it's like 47%, and then most of the people that's on public assistance from black people, it's like 35 or 38%. So you talking about the culture of the people who take it. Half of them folks, nearly half, getting it, but you don't have a message for them. So then it's like, why? Because a message for them means you won't get your jobs no more. A message to them means they will fire you. You ain't getting called. They're gonna be like, did you hear what he said about public assistance? He don't know my grandmother on that. He don't know my auntie on that. We ain't hiring him. Get the fuck out of here. You gonna be on public assistance if you gotta deal with us. But most of us as black people, we're so afraid of white people or even saying something to them. So you'll take your anger towards black people. Y'all shouldn't be celebrating nobody going to jail. Do you know how many black people is on this planet? It's probably 40 million. In this, just in America, what however many. Why would they listen to you? If they family member went to jail, what the fuck does Mike Epps have to do with what somebody should be doing? Quit being a moral compass for the world, but you just basically just shoehorning white conversations into it. White people don't like niggas doing nothing no way. So once what you should we should put watermelon down again, put fried chicken down again. Is that embarrassing you? Is that making us feel weird every time you see a black dude? I'm in an airport and somebody just chewing some chicken. Man, goddamn, man, can't you hide your face? Like, what's wrong with these black people? Let people live, my man. If they want to be on public assistance, they don't have to run shit past you. If they want to fucking take care of their family member who is incarcerated, why do they have to need an update from you? Why they got to tell you? You're in control of your life. You're in control of your 24 hours every day. You can tell your family, kiss your ass. And we ain't gonna never, none of us gonna care. None of us is gonna be, we ain't gonna have an intervention with you. We're not gonna give a damn because that's your family and that's your money. But if we're gonna celebrate our family for coming home, or we're gonna celebrate our family for being wrongly convicted, even if they was a stark, raving criminal, we're gonna still celebrate our family because that's our family. And we're not gonna judge them by their interaction with white people. Oh, they locked you up for a crime you did? Well, we're not going to celebrate you. What? It has nothing to do with the other thing. What the fuck does that mean? So my birthday came around and shit, I'm not celebratable? What the fuck? Because I got a certain age bracket? All of that shit is mental sickness, and these guys just want to be more closer to the white people. They don't think we understand this. High intellectual people can see right through this. There are some Caucasians who you want to be in cahoots with. So you have to do a job preemptively so that they can have the footage in the further future. So when you see them in the future and they have this conversation that you know it's going to be about, then you could say, no. You could see right now, pull up my YouTube when I got to talking about them and I told them I'm tired of them celebrating black dudes coming home from jail. So they doing what you call a preemptive move. What's up, DJ? They're not basically setting up a situation where they have their own voice. They're trying to make sure somebody else knows what they thinking, what they feel, so that when they have those conversations in the future, they can easily just refer back to these points and say, "Look, I was telling black people, all y'all do is be on UEBT, and y'all you just that's just what they doing." And at the end of the day, the white people who ass he kissing, he don't even know that they got family members that's on there. He don't even know that they got cousins and people that's distant relatives that's living further away from where they live, that's living like that on a daily basis. And they get to be how they want to be, but they don't have to share the wealth with them because in the Caucasian race, it's different. They don't have to share their wealth with a family member who lives down south or up in some other Appalachian type area because they're already happy with who they are. So if you live in a trailer home, if you live in an Appalachia, if you live in a city dwelling, you're happy already. You're not trying to see on TV and say, "Whoa, look what they doing. Damn, oh, look at the housewives. I gotta go over there. Oh my God. So they got more guns. You can buy guns and shoot in their backyard. Damn, why don't I live there?" They're not doing that. That's locked in our culture because we watching TV. We watching their media boxes tell us about what their lives are. So then we go in our baby dreams and we thinking, jumping off a roof, climbing a mountain, having waterfalls. Oh, I can. Oh, I want to do that. So our brains are wired to think that we want what white people have. So when you got a black person dissing other black people, this is what basically he's saying. He's saying that we should have it like them. But technically, you don't know if they celebrate their cousins or brothers when they come home from jail. Technically, you don't know if they're on EBT or getting social money from America. These are private things that you wouldn't know that. So to throw down the black race or throw us under the bus because we're doing something that we deem right inside our culture, you a sellout. You a piece of shit, goofy, and we supposed to listen to you. And all you do, let's be clear. All you do to make money is work for white people. You niggas don't start your own shit. You don't have your own series. You don't have your own comedy series. You know when I'm saying comedy series, that means it's on number 28 right now. You know who has that? Cat Williams. He's on like 22. Mike Epps not doing that. He waiting for white people to give him a conversation. And when it came to somebody like Shannon Sharp, he throws a beef at him. Yeah, he gay. Yeah, he gay. Bro, you've been throwing bad shade at black people for the last 5 or 6 months. And now you jumping up here, and that's the only why he's apologizing about the apology is because other black people see it like I see it. And they like, hey, if you got something to say, shut your damn mouth, man. You don't see the NBA, you don't see NFL teams coming out dissing the other team. They just win the game and go about their business. Watch us again next week. They don't get on there with a whole series and be like, y'all thought y'all was gonna beat us. We the defense line, boy. We fucked y'all up. They don't do that. They don't even pay them black people to do that. I bet you if them black people did that, they'd say that's unlike unsportsmanship. Like you out of here now, because they just want to get the money and be positive. But you get more shit than honey towards the black people who didn't even ask for your opinion. And we don't listen to people like you. Who the fuck are you? You're a comedian. Like, how can a black person that's a comic tell black people how to live? You fucking work for people to joke, nigga. Everything about you is comical and goofy. And then, like Malcolm X said, when is there in a white world where they let a comic, a singer, or a fucking dancer be their black leader? Where do they do that in the white world? They don't even fucking play no games like that. If you're a singer, a dancer, or a comic, get your goofy ass out of here. As a matter of fact, they will let one or two of their white people get from being a comic or a comedian into politicians. But they be serious as hell. They be on SNL, dumb, cracking jokes, boo, boo, boo. And then they get serious in the motherfucker wearing suits. Every time you see that white motherfucker, he in a suit looking like, yes, I'm running for legislative Democratic. And then all of a sudden he'll win that shit. But he ain't the same silly motherfucker. And then when he do interviews or do commentary, he ain't even being silly up there. He up that motherfucker serious as hell. Like, yes, we want the sewers fixed. So where's these niggas' seriousness at? You just comedy. And then inside your comedy, imagine this. Inside your comedy, you're dissing black people who is your fan base. We support you. White people ain't coming to them goddamn rooms to see you. They not even hiring you in their movies like that. You own a black person podcast. And you see Max B coming home from jail and you're jealous hearted. That's the racism. That's the sick psychology in our culture. That's the white supremacy in your bloodline. And they come out and be like, why are we celebrating him for going to prison? Nigga, prison is hard on motherfuckers. What the hell you mean? And then celebrating him how? Like, they did a party. They did a couple of parties. They want him to be able to make money to get his family. They want to help his brand build up so he could do concerts and he can make songs and put the shit on the platforms that some money could come in. How is that celebrating somebody? That's helping a person set up a situation so that they could be successful. That's not that ain't celebrating no damn body. That's like, yo, you not finna go be a construction worker. You not finna go work at the goddamn pancake house. So let's make sure that you can make money from the craft that you already was in when you went to jail. This how the thing has changed. It's no more CDs. They got streaming. Now, get to the concerts. This how you line them up. These are the companies that own the concert series and shit now. This is passing knowledge to each other. So when you hear a person like Mike Epps and all these guys being mad at black people and being disrespectful to us as black people, you can automatically know that these guys have a slave mentality. They feel like white people are going to feel uncomfortable if they don't say this. Now, what he should have been talking about, in my opinion, is reparations for black people. But that's going to make what? Those white people who hire you for those shows uncomfortable. You're not going to be on their company, on their sets, when you're talking about some reparations for black people. He should have been saying it's about time that we got reparations for black people. That way you don't have to celebrate him. He'll get his own damn money. He could celebrate with his family. So why ain't he talking about reparations? Why is he talking about social shit like getting money from the government? Like getting money from the government. Like, how is that bad? Elon Musk is a multi-billionaire. They call him the richest man in the world. All he do is get money from the US government through government contracts. So to listen to somebody like this guy who has to work every day for a job, travel the country, be in a bullshit ass hotels, spending money, live in a world that's probably not as comfortable as he wants. Sometimes they have anger against our culture. And this is inside our culture. He's inside our culture. So he has a little bit of anger pushed towards us because we can't catapult him to the way or the position. So white people just come and put an arm around him and cuff him and say, look, come on with us. We can't catapult him to that position. No matter how far black people push Mike Epps up, he can't jump across that field, so he'll be on the white people's side, and they'll put him in an Oscar-worthy type movie, playing some doctor or principal at a college or a school. So he can't get pushed up high enough by us to that white people level. So that's where his anger gonna come in. He's gonna find little nook and crannies, but in his nooks and crannies, he's gonna be dissing black people in them. Yeah, Max B came home. Why we celebrating niggas like this, man? Niggas be getting locked up. We celebrating. The fuck does that got to do with it? So I don't even know where that even come from. Like, yo, man, they finna shut off EBT. Yeah, niggas is the ones stealing. We the ones getting it for free. Man, what the fuck wrong with you, bro? Why are you so mad at black people? I don't understand what you're saying. We didn't even start the thing. We the ones being held against our will in the country that we barely got jobs and money in these neighborhoods is tore down. Why wouldn't you not want to benefit from the government? That's like telling Elon Musk, yeah, you got your electrical cars, but you wouldn't have got it if you ain't had no government contracts. What? That's the way you get this shit is through government contracts. That's why you can't really be in conversation or communication with idiots, because that's who this brother is. You're not a black leader. You do not lead the black race with your conversation. Don't nobody give a fuck about your opinion about celebrating brothers in prison or people getting on social money from the government. You need to go do a concert, write some jokes, make people laugh. Malcolm X said it best. There is no such thing as a comedian or a singer being a black leader. And that also goes for goofies like you. And I'll even add podcasters on that because it's 2025. Y'all, peace out. Thanks for watching the show. Let me know what y'all think about this conversation in the comment section. And I'll be back at y'all again with some more videos. All right? Peace.